Seriously. You know what? I'm not gonna fix this. I'm just gonna leave it as it is. It's not supposed to be vertical this way. It's supposed to be horizontal, but for some stupid reason, it is not. And I don't feel like fixing it right now because I just can't be bothered. So I might be bothered to try and make sure that my camera stays sitting up, which I don't know how it will. I've never actually... Oh, there we go. So hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. There's 2 people in here right now. Hope everybody can hear me, because I don't know if I'm actually audible or not. And also, are there no comments? Or did I not fix that or something? I don't know. Good afternoon, Jakey. Well, at least that's good confirmation that there are some people who are able to talk. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you, Adam. It's all confirmation I need. Yeah, this isn't normally how the stream is supposed to go, but I'm not gonna faff around with it. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. And, because normally the stream, I'm supposed to, like, have my camera, or my phone, rather, as my camera tilted sideways, or, like, be horizontal instead of vertical. Or maybe it's vertical or horizontal. I can't remember which direction it is because I'm terrible at math. But it's supposed to be sideways, not facing up. But I'm not gonna change it because I just can't be bothered to. But hopefully more people show up. Tell you what, all of you who are in the chat right now, share it with your friends, share it with your family. That I'm live. You don't actually have to do that. Oh, okay, thank you, Jake. Yeah, I'm not very good at math because that's apparently where vertical and horizontal matter actually has point as any meaning in your school section, because well, that's that's when you're actually working with shapes like triangles or boxes. You need to figure out the measurements of how wide or how long or how tall a box is with horizontal or vertical length or whatever. You can also just not acknowledge what I'm saying. It's all good. Just remember the horizontal, the horizon horizontal. Landscape is probably the correct mode to look for. I haven't found a landscape mode here on YouTube, if that's what you're referring to, Adam. But anyways, what am I doing on stream? Honestly, I don't know. I'm just doing this stream because I'm needing some motivation right now for painting, hobbying, that sort of thing that I do. Because if you haven't seen any of my other lives, it is what I'm referring to. Thank you, Adam. If you haven't seen any of my other lives, then you will not know that I paint miniatures on stream. And I do Warhammer 40k modeling stuff. But I don't know what I want to paint right now because I've just gotten um, this beast boss on foot, and I'm wanting to start painting him because he looks very cool. But I also don't want to paint him. I watched back your vids while I've been working on my orcs, getting back into the hobby. Good stuff, Jake. But as much as I want to paint the beast boss, I also been really helpful. I enjoy your stuff. Oh, well, that's very high praise. I don't think I deserve. Anyways, as much as I want to paint the beast boss, I also want to finish these squig hog boys because they've been sat on my desk for months, probably almost a year. I can't remember precisely when I got them, but they need to get finished, like before I move on to anything else. And I unfortunately have two of them to do, and one's just been undercoated and doesn't have any paint on him at the moment. And that's because the way I like to paint is paint one model at a time, not do like full on batch paints like what some people do. Which I would never do that because it would kill my sanity and my ability to like actually paint. uh, so what I'm really hoping for this live is actually just try and get some motivation to throw some paint, and hopefully, if I'm able to manage it, finish the second squig hog, because I have. I should probably just go and grab it. Ugh. I have the first squig hog boy finished right here. Hello, Blobo clown. I'm just talking about some squigs that I've got to paint. But yeah, I just have the one squig that's finished. It's been finished getting some paint on him, and I want to get the full squad done because I want to use them in a game. I haven't really used them in a game all that much. I mean, I think the only time I used them in a game was once in ninth edition, and I don't think I used them ever again. I don't really remember why, but yeah, I haven't used these guys in a long while, and I feel really sad about not doing that. Well, if it helps, I'm watching while ripping apart some used Terminators I picked up to make some custom boys. Oh, very nice, Adam. Oh, I like the red and blue on the squig. No, this is not red. That is not red. That is orange. It is very difficult to tell. Also, hello, Voodoo Fairy. Let me flip the camera around. That is not red. The jaw plate right there is not red. On the teeth, that is red, but that's because that's blood, like a blood effect. But anywhere that's like a very bright color, that is actually orange because it's part of my color scheme is blue and orange. They are very nice squigs, Voodoo. And I think this is also my first time, or maybe second time, trying to do some war paint. Because this guy does have quite a bit of war paint. It's nothing. No, it's nothing to do with someone being colorblind. It's Blobo. It's actually more to do with the camera because some cameras like pick up colors differently compared to what they actually are. We'll see you later, Voodoo. Safe travels, I guess. That's what we say over here in America. But yeah, it's actually the camera, Blobo. It's nothing to do with like your depiction of colors, because you're not the first person to say that this is red and not orange. Like there's been plenty of people who think that it's red instead of orange. But along with these squig boys, I also have this thing here who needs to get some paint slapped on him. It's and I also have another one over on the shelf. You know, it probably would just be better if I go and grabbed him as well. So I'll be right back. Ugh. Ugh. So along with these squig boys, I also have the Big Boss on Squigosaur. I mean, compared to what I was just holding, these things are huge. Like, I mean, that's probably why they're called Squigosaurs. Because I can't actually detach the boss from his squig, but if you have a side-by-side comparison, hey, it's the misadventures of Mr. Fish. Happy Saturday. Wah! Yes, it is a happy Saturday. But if we hold up a side-by-side comparison, like, the proportions show that this thing is humongous compared to the squig hog. And actually, I've now just noticed the size of the boss, even in comparison to the orc boy, is phenomenal. I don't think you actually get that same proportion with you don't actually get the same proportions when comparing like ordinary orc boys to an orc war boss on foot. I don't think the proportions are anywhere near as ridiculous as this. Let me try and fit him back on his squig. Yeah, it's nowhere near as big a difference as as this right here. Yeah, but what's even crazier, I have two of them. I got two big old squiggly beasts. Because if any of you who play orcs know the beast boss kit, then you know it's a dual kit. Because you can build it as either the regular beast boss on Squigosaur, which is the guy waving his chopper around, or you can build it as a named character, good old Mozrog Scragbat on his great white squig. And I decided to pick up two of them because I wanted to get both Mozrog and the Beast Boss, because I don't want to just have one. I wanted to have Beast Boss that could be my own, and also the named character. Also, we have 4 people in here. How come I only have 2 likes? What is this? What is this disgrace? Come on, I should have four likes if there's 4 people in here. Come on now. Although I guess to be fair, other than mumble on about a load of rubbish. Hey, Essex boys! Wow, all right, you get. Mr. Fish is saying, I kind of want 2 more too, so I can build official Mozrog and a 3rd boss. I mean, you technically already have official Mozrog, Mr. Fish. You just gave him a choppa instead of his classic gut ripper. So maybe what you should do, says 5 on my screen. Well, on my screen, it shows I now have 4 likes, and there's 4 people watching. I guess it really depends on the person. It doesn't update for every person whenever there's new people joining the stream. But maybe enough about what I'm doing. How about everybody else here? What's everyone else working on? I know Essex Boys, our resident evil son mech, or a crafty mech boy, always has something tinkering away in the background. Because good old Big Mech Mel is busy making some crazy and outlandish creations for his wall. Still working on some grots, says Blobo. Of course. Can't never have too many grots now, can you? I'm just going to set you right here for now, buddy. Anyways, I think it's time to start throwing some paint on this squig before we lose concentration on trying to actually paint some stuff. Painting an old Peter miniature bad doc dreg guts while trying to get started. Okay. I'm painting my kill rig. What's the crack? Plastic Crack Gaming, Scar, how's it going? Glad to see you made it to the stream. First bald knob to arrive. Stevo would be disappointed in himself. And I also now realize I should have kept that first Squig Hog boy with me to help me remind myself of the color scheme I was going with on this guy, because it's been a while since I've painted any of these. So, Scar, how's our resident Battletech commander coming along? Is going around ransacking plenty of cities and murdering plenty of civilians? As we all know, that's what a very skilled Battletech commander does. I'm also going to try and not go completely dead silent, just to make sure that the stream doesn't come across as incredibly lifeless and boring, because from what I've heard, that's a very bad way for your stream to be, and not a lot of people seem interested in watching your stream if you do that. If I could, I'd try and implement to where there's some music that can play in the background, but I don't have the editing skills to do that. He's just about spreading the good news. I probably shouldn't have forgotten, but I've already forgotten what that's in reference to. Probably to what I said about a Battletech commander murdering civilians. Probably. Yeah, see, I'm still doing that thing that Dread does, and for those of you who don't know who Dread is, Well, then pop over to the War Bosses of the Apocalypse, and you'll discover War Boss Skarner and his five, or actually, no, I should say, Essex Boys and Plastic Cracks, other associates or co-hosts, if you want to be more generous. Yes, yeah, I was figuring you were meaning Scar. The good news of our Lord and Savior. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Battletech? And no, that was not me trying to do an Irish accent, okay? I'll catch you soon. Just about to have a squig burger with the famalam. If you're still on later, I'll be back. All right, good stuff, Essex boys. I'll see you later. Have you seen the new model for the red Gobbo? Yes, I have seen the new model for the red Gobbo. I was actually planning on talking about it, but I kind of forgot all about mentioning it. But yeah, I'm not gonna say it looks great. Like, I'm not gonna say it looks terrible either. Like, I do think it looks nice, but I personally kind of would wish that they went with a bit more of a different scheme than just going with a Christmas one. Because I got the red Gobbo that had like the candy cane canister pistol in his hand, as well as the that little star on a stick. I got that model for Christmas, and like it was all right, but I kind of wanted to see where they went back to the old communist, like Red Star style of Red Gobbo. But I mean, it still looks all right. I'm not. It's not a terrible. It's not a terrible model, but I just would prefer if they went with a different theme instead of the Christmas one. But I can see why they went with the Christmas theme, because there's not really any other 40K model that really fits the Christmas aesthetic quite so well as the Red Gobbo. I'm pretty certain though, if our good old faithful Dim Reaper, aka the Hobby Git, actually was here, he probably would correct that and say that there was a better alternative to being a Christmas miniature than the Red Gobbo. But unfortunately, we don't, so I'm going to stand by with what I said, and that there's probably no better alternative. And when I see Dim again, I'll let him rip the piss out of me and go ahead and say how much of a blithering idiot I am, and that there's a better alternative to a Christmas model. It does look interesting. I'm a bit more curious though about the little detective, like that little detective, interactive kind of detective mystery that you get to help the Red Gobbo with. Like, I guess I should call it a riddle, maybe, since that's what it was, really, just a riddle. The Red Gobbo, if any of you guys saw it on the Warhammer YouTube channel, all the presents were stolen before he managed to get up and steal them himself. And now it's up to him to try and steal them back from this person from the grot who, or whatever it was that nicked all the presents from all the boys. It's his job to nick them right back. I like how in the bag there's a Citadel paint bucket. Really? I didn't notice that. I didn't really notice many details on the model other than like he was holding his hand up to his mouth, being like shh, and was also holding a flaming stick of dynamite. Let's see. Oh, I should get a different blue paint. At least there's still Christmas in the 40K universe. Yeah. Although exactly how cheery Christmas is in the 40K universe is another question. Because pretty certain there are some places that don't have Christmas time because, well, quite frankly, there's too much death and destruction happening all around them to where they can't actually sit down and have a jolly good time. Also, if you're noticing why I'm pointing at the camera and doing that with my finger, is because I'm streaming this on my phone. And so I sometimes need to scroll up in order to actually read all the comments, because I think sometimes they fade away when I'm streaming. I think also in 40K, how Christmas would work, it wouldn't be, it's the most wonderful time of the year. It wouldn't be like that. It would be, it's the most bloodiest time to kill stuff. Because I think that's the farthest extent I can go with creating a 40K version of Christmas where it's not about presents, it's more about kill more stuff, spill more blood. I mean, honestly, that's why red's a Christmas color, honestly. It's the color of blood. I don't like how it's just a cash grab, has nothing to do with 40K. Well, it's not entirely true. I mean, the red gobbo was like initially related to 40K. I mean, there are still Legends rules for it, so you can still use him in your army. He's just probably not the most it is the time for taking, not giving. Yes, that's a great one, Blobo. He should be the rotten commie he was written as. Yes, that's what I was saying earlier, Jakey. Is I wanted him to still be the communist grot that he was. I guess the quote unquote leader of the Grot Revolution. Because honestly, I would like it if there was a Grot communist somewhere lurking around in the Orc army as an option. You could even give him special rules where you can't include him in your army, in your Orc army, unless it's all Grots. You can't have Orcs in that army. You can only have Grots. I think the only exception to that would be maybe I don't know. I don't know what an exception to that would be. I guess you could maybe also say that if they did do that, it would be a bit more restrictive. Sorry, I missed something Blobo just said. A Grot-related army. That sounds like fun. Yeah, well, people actually have made Grot armies for quite a while. Like, Dim, our resident Rebel Grot, he loves his Rebel Grots. In fact, that's like really all he uses is like he pretends to like he does use the other Orc data sheets, like say the Orc Boys or the War Boss and Mega Armor, but he doesn't use like official models. He uses stand-in models and makes them like appear more Grot related. Cause like he has a weird boy that's also just a weird Grot, a weird Grot, or a weird Grot. I don't really know what he calls it, but it is essentially just a weird boy in Grot form. I can just imagine a bunch of Killicans and Grot tanks. I mean, those don't technically count as Grots for some reason because they don't have the Grot keyword. Or the Gretchen keyword, rather. Which I find very strange considering that they're piloted by Grots. I'm very tired now. But Grot armies, they aren't just going to be composed of Killicans and Grot tanks. They'll also be composed of Grot infantry, Grot special weapons, and plenty of Grot operated vehicles like tanks and wagons and trucks. Go away notifications. Alright. Everything's alright. Miniature's okay. I just dropped him, but everything's fine. Shh. Also, sorry if you guys were able to hear any of the noises coming upstairs, because I am downstairs. How many grots can you put into an army? Well, considering that they're not battle line, a max number of grots you can put in that are like actual Gretchen would be 60. Because you can have a max unit of 20, which is basically 3 units of 60. Of course, if you're like me and you don't actually play by the rule of 3, then you can actually just include as many grots as you want. Not that it would actually really mess with anybody, because like if we're being real right now, grots aren't actually that effective. Like the most effective that they can be is with Zodgrod, but you can only ever have one of him, and unfortunately his effectiveness can eventually like wane to a degree as his unit starts taking casualties, because even wounding on threes with a -1 to wound is still a fairly high chance of getting through and actually dishing out some painful damage to the poor grots. So I wouldn't just place all your bets, all your hopes solely on Zodgrod, because Zodgrod won't actually be able to like keep all the grots alive for an extended period of time. And plus, grots, they don't actually have that many options for leaders. They don't have like the ability to put a big mech into the squad. They also can't put a pain boy into the squad. I'm actually forgetting all the leaders that can actually lead a grot squad. I'm not remembering how many leaders there are. I know that there's Zodgrod. From what I can tell, he's the only character who can actually lead a squad of grots. Because the Runt Herd just comes included with the squad of grots. So he's kind of basically like the leader for them. I honestly just don't know what other models can be plugged into a grot unit. I must be putting everybody to sleep with my boring rant. Also, Blobo, are you the only person who's actually here? I'm noticing that right now we've gotten 4 comments from you in a row. I'm just that special. No, just hands busy with a knife. Oh, okay, Adam. Just don't want to cut off any of your fingers. Which I understand. No one wants to sever off any of their fingers. I can say from having had a blade dig into my thumb many times, it's not actually that fun to even have a knife cut into you. So I don't think it would be particularly fun to like lose a finger from getting a finger cut off by a knife. You guys also can't hear this, but it's pouring rain outside. That's why I wear gloves. Well, what gloves are you gonna wear? Like some latex gloves? 'Cause that's what most people use in this hobby is latex gloves. I wouldn't quite say wearing gloves is the best way to keep yourself from cutting your finger off. Oh. It's probably not going to be a very long stream. It seems people are not very active this time of day. Maybe it's just rather they haven't had time to catch the stream. They're just busy with other stuff such as life. Ugh. I wear a heavy duty one from work, but only on one hand because I can't use the knife with gloves. I mean, if you're wearing those kind of gloves, I don't think there's anybody who can use a knife like this with hobbying. I'm pretty certain you could use a bigger knife. Hey, Stevo! So Jakey was saying, weather's nice, just starting to get cold in Utah. Well, I'm over in Washington State, not Washington, dese, and it's pouring rain outside, and it's getting cold. Anyways, welcome to the stream, Stevo. Just painting, or just throwing some paint onto Squig Hog Boy. I am starting to contemplate not throwing more paint on him. I would, if I was able to and it wasn't raining, I would go out and I'd spray this guy because I want to start painting him because he looks awesome. I know a lot of people kind of don't like the Beast Boss model because he just looks like he's wearing everybody's coats at a party. But I think he looks pretty cool. And he also goes together quite well. It's been cold in Idaho for the last 2 weeks. It's been cold over here for the last month and a half. Maybe longer. So how are you? How are you, Stevo? How's life treating you? I bet. Hobby treating me good. Life, meh. Working on def dreads. Yeah, that's what we like to hear. Working on def dreads. I'm continuing with my beast snagger trend right now. Because along with these squig hogs, I got both my beast bosses to paint on squigosaurs, by the way. And I picked this guy up like 2, maybe 3 days ago. During making these 2, I found parts to make another 2. Wow, so you're going to have 4 more def dreads. Always good, says Jakey. Literally got a dread factory going at my desk. Well, Nasdrag up on your desk, he's probably cracking the whip and he's telling the grots, "Oi, make me some more def dreads. Hurry up, you gits. I want more def dreads in me wah." Yeah, but I picked this orc beast boss on foot. Like, I picked him up 2 days ago from my local hobby store, and I've stuck him together, and I really want to paint him now. Ugh. But as well as hobbying, I've also been going through a giant sack of candy because I went trick-or-treating on Halloween. I know it's very strange to probably say that I went trick-or-treating on Halloween, but I did. I dressed up as a Viking, and I got a huge bag of candy from going from different doors, asking for candy. You can see me going trick-or-treating on Thanksgiving. We don't have Thanksgiving until like 21 days from now. Thanksgiving's in 21 days because it's on November 25th and it's November 4th today. Good for you, man. That's awesome. Yes, it was awesome, Jakey. Dressed as a turkey. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble me up. I have no idea if that was a reference or if I just made that up. But I have a feeling that that is a reference to something that I don't understand. Ugh. I'm going to reach into the sack of candy and pull out a random piece of candy. We got a Snickers bar. Maybe some sugar will help. It will help jack up my system, and I'll be able to paint super fast. Probably not. Tastes like a Snickers bar. Well, this is thrilling. Straight to the veins. Wah! Well, come on. Well, how, you can't say, after I just ate a Snickers, you can't say that my channel is not entertaining, because where else are you going to find someone who streams on YouTube and eats a Snickers on stream? You know, if there was some way that YouTube allowed you, yep, you sure have cornered a gap in the market there, Jude. You know, if there was a way, I think if there was a way, although perhaps that gap was there for a reason, probably. But maybe if the YouTube had the power, if there was like a power for a streamer to be able to open a portal to like one of their viewers' hobby desks or wherever they were watching this, and I just had the power to literally pass them a Snickers treat, or just anything I wanted to pass over to them. It would be hilarious and also awesome at the same time. How do people feel about that? just like some random person suddenly has a portal open up to where they're watching their stream, passes over a piece of candy, or just whatever it is they were wanting to pass over to them. I imagine the reason that probably doesn't exist is because it's also a great way of kidnapping people. Do I maybe need to get another piece of candy out of the candy sack in order to reignite everybody's enthusiasm? Because based on the silence, it seems like everybody's just gone to sleep. Ugh. Ugh. I'm trying to be Tolly in painting the dock. It's a really small mini I got off eBay, so I've stripped the old paint and have it primed, ready to go. I just stare at it a lot, says Jakey. if you're not talking, there will be silence. It's your live, mate. Chat about stuff, and the audience will react if they're interested. I mean, I'm trying to be talkative, but every time I have and no one responds, it seems more like I'm just good at making them fall asleep. I tried painting over the old scheme, but it failed. Well, don't paint over an old scheme. If you don't like an old scheme, what you should do is strip the model and then paint over the model again. That's what you should do, Jake. And but if you're someone like me, oh, hold on. Wow, Mosi Zen is here. Good haircut, dude. Oh, thank you, Tom. Yes, I did it myself. I cut my own hair myself. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, speak of mad docs and they will appear. You do look a bit like the guy who goes crazy in Full Metal Jacket, though. I mean, I'm pretty certain this is a standard army buzz cut. I agree, it was a lesson learned, says Jakey. Yes. Yeah, always strip miniatures that have a paint scheme you don't like. Never paint over the scheme, otherwise it makes the scheme you paint onto it later very chalky and gross looking. Private Ply. I mean, I've never seen Full Metal Jacket, so I wouldn't know any of the characters there in Full Metal Jacket. Or we're listening to you talk about stuff while we're hobbying. Also, thanks for the mention on the community group earlier, 6+. You gotta watch that movie, Jude. You know, there's a lot of movies people say I gotta watch, and yet I still never end up watching them. It's probably gonna be one of those movies I have been told I should watch, but I don't watch them. Oh yeah, gotta watch Kubrick's movies. All of them are good. I should really judge the October challenge. Well, why aren't you judging it, Tom? Or were you simply just writing that comment for me to simply just say I should really judge the October challenge? Because if that was the point of the comment, Tom, I'll be more than happy to judge the October challenge. I did make an entry into that month, and with the power as the judge, I can declare myself as the winner of the challenge because I am the judge and I make the rules. Which also, if any of you here who are watching, you should go and check out the 40K Orc community Discord and enter into some of our community challenges. Now, how they work is you don't actually win any prizes if you manage to win the challenge by having the best one. I've still been ill with a cold is all. You can judge another one. I should judge this time. Yeah. Anyways, as I was saying before I interrupted myself, go and check out our Orc Discord and enter into some of these challenges because they're a great way to get people motivated to painting their models because that's really the whole point of these challenges is like get people motivated with the with their hobby and like actually get stuff painted. If you are interested in this month's challenge is the most impressive knob. I mean, this is the knob that I have to enter into that challenge. Odd Boys tomorrow night on the Stevo. We don't talk about that around here on other people's streams. I also don't think Sid and Clint would be too appreciative of you spilling the beans. Jakey's on the Discord as GitGob. Probably gonna be making some videos about my orc journey, says Jakey. And Stevo says, evidently we do, Gitman. It's called shameless self-promotion, Gitman. Well, how can I promote it if I don't even know about it, Stevo? And no, don't you say that you're supposed to promote it because you did know about it. Yeah, now I do know about it. Anyways, so promote? No. I won't promote. You just promoted it, Stevo, so now you can continue the promoting. Drill Sergeant, sir. Even though the drill sergeant isn't the only one who promotes people. In fact, actually, I don't think a drill sergeant promotes anybody, because he's just the person in charge of drilling all the soldiers before they go off to serve in the armed forces. I don't got beef with Sid and Essex. What you're just trying to do, Stevo, is bring me down because you're upset at me about something. Without shameless self-promotion, Stevo wouldn't be the big cheese. He'd be a tiny cheese. A Baby Bell, or possibly a Dairy Lee. My major malfunction is I want to shoot. I use live rarely, so I never fix that this didn't say choppas, sluggas, and shootas. Also, yes, you should definitely watch Full Metal Jacket. Adam, what is up with you? You're falling behind on the conversation. We were talking about Full Metal Jacket like several minutes back. Alright, Stevo, a cheese string. I think a more accurate description is a string cheese. String them up on the cheese. String them on the cheese. Cheese them on the string. Busy mad docking boys. The powder from Doritos. The cheesy powder from Doritos. I'm the dust cheese. Dr. Strangelove is a really good one. imagining already right now that from what some comments I've just read, Stevo is probably the cheese touch. Orange? Orange? Is that what that's supposed to mean, Jakey? Or NJJ? Or is it supposed to mean something else? I'm imagining though that Stevo's probably has his head in hand like this because I'm doing what Dread is doing and probably talking about something that I talked about like 2 minutes ago, or reading a comment about something I said 2 minutes ago. Ugh. Ugh. Stevo is trying to make dreads and keeps stopping to write shit. How the Brits laugh about how we say orange. I don't exactly know if you're how you typed that out, Jakey, but that looks more like you typed out say ho range. People are probably going to go wild with me assuming that's what he was meaning. Well, you know what, Stevo? You guys say orange very weird as well. Because I have to also do what you do, and you say orange the way we say it. Orange. 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 I have to twist my jaw out slightly in order to say it. Let's say it the way that the British say it. Orange. Orange. Yeah, sorry, my bad, orange. It's okay. It's just the way I was reading it. You can always ignore what I'm saying because I'm often a complete moron. I mean, if any of you who are in the Discord or in the Facebook group, then you should check out Stevo's hilarious meme that he made of what happens whenever I enter the Discord. I should probably make that my thumbnail for this live video. I've got Mrs. Zen saying orange too now. What is she? Is she like standing right next to you as you're hobbying? They say orange. I don't. Okay, Jakey. The first step in looting blueberries for December is collecting all your spare beaky parts. Well, no can do right on there, Adam, because they're all right here. She sat here. I'm not hobbying, just cuddling Karma. Aw. And more Space Marine bits are right here. And right here. And right here. And right here. And right here. Oh, wait. No, that's a Squigosaur. December should be great. The raid is... No, wait, Tom. Shh. We don't talk about that. Silence. Doesn't matter where we are, we got to be sneaky about it. So quiet. Keep quiet, you get. We're trying to give it away to all them space marines who's listening in. It's gonna give it all away, you mad duck. Crazy mad git. Yeah, I only collect them for the to go into a box. Alright, so I only collect them to go into a box. Well, I collect Space Marines because I got a hand-me-down army from another Space Marine player. And so I have a load of Space Marines now. It was bound to happen at some point that I was going to get a bunch of Space Marines, but yeah, I have a whole bunch of Space Marines now. And now everybody's wanting to fall asleep because I'm talking about the nowhere near as fun faction compared to orcs. You know, something I find very strange about this model is the way how they made this Squigosaurus head very smooth. And like whenever I just touch it, it feels like I'm stroking like the top of my dog's head because it feels very smooth. I was like, hey, who's a good boy? That's a good boy. Well, maybe that's maybe it was part of part of the design was they wanted to make it seem very adorable in a way, so you could just stroke the top of his head and be like, yeah, who's a good boy? That's a good boy. Who's a good little squigosaur? You eating all the humies? Okay, I'm really starting to get at a loss of where I want to paint stuff on this thing. Maybe it's a sign that I need to stop painting the squig and actually paint the rider. Oh. Oh. I think it was supposed to look like the shark in Jaws at the end where it destroys the boat. I mean, a lot of people actually say it seems a bit like the giant dinosaur, the T-Rex or the V-Rex from King Kong, the 2005 one by Peter Jackson. Some people seem to think that it looks like that thing because like when you see it next to everything else, aside from maybe like Gazgul or bigger vehicles, it looks huge. It was supposed to be the name character's squig that was supposed to look like the shark from Jaws, which I think the shark in Jaws was actually just called Jaws. Though after seeing that movie, after seeing Jaws, it's really made me not want to go into the water. Because apparently, from what people have said on the internet, Jaws is one of those movies that really makes you want to stay out of the water. Yeah, like this one, it even has like the shark look to it because it's got the spine on it, which I think is supposed to be like the shark fin on top of the shark body. And he is also a little bit wobbly because there's some part of him that is not glued down. But for those who weren't here earlier, we were talking about the new Red Gobbo reveal. And I gave my personal thoughts on it earlier, but I'll give them again because not everybody was here. Personally, I think it looks all right. I don't think it's something I would desperately want. I do like the nice cool pose that he's giving with the little hush hush motion to his he has with his finger in his mouth. I also like how he's got a apparently how he's got a Citadel paint pot in the back of his paint sack, because I think that's a very hilarious detail. Yes, there's a new Red Gobbo mini, Tom. On Warhammer Community, there was the new reveal for the new Red Gobbo. It also came with a little riddle for everybody to solve, because the theme of the trailer revealing his miniature, or rather the prelude before his miniature was revealed, somebody else stole all the Christmas presents before the Red Gobbo could steal all the Christmas presents. And it's our job as the viewers to help the Red Gobbo try and figure out who the mysterious thief and git is. It's not an orc, because orcs can't write. And it doesn't seem to be a squig, because I don't know if a squig is also smart enough to inscribe a message somewhere on it. That's three. They've done three Christmas Red Gobbos. If we're counting total Red Gobbos, I think they've done four, because there was the original communist one that actually looked like he was a communist grot.
Can you filter your laundry through so I can start a load?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, we just got interrupted. Anyways, what was I saying? Something about, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I can't remember what I was trying to say. Do my chores. Is that what you do with your kids, Stevo? Do you go and interrupt their streams and make them do their chores? No, Santa Claus is not a communist. All the time, says Stevo. Well, I guess that means you're a very bad father. Also, actually, why am I calling you Stevo? I should call you Zombio, because Sci-Fi is here. Late cause match is on. Welcome, Sci-Fi. 100 plus Shola is always doing unboxings for her toys. Call me Red Gobbo. Generally before their streams. But Steve, I should be calling you 6 plus Zombio, because I saw your picture, the picture of you, what you dressed up for as Halloween. You dressed up as a very zombified looking bald knob. So should I be calling you six? So should I be calling you 6 plus Zombio, or should I be calling you 6 plus Stevo? Maybe what I'll do is I'll quickly go and unload my laundry into the dryer, and then I'll come right back. It was a lot of fun. Zombie Bride and Groom. It looked a lot like you were having fun. As you should be when you're going out dressing up for Halloween. Anyways, we'll be right back. Gotta go do some laundry. So don't go anywhere. I'll be back. Oh, what did I miss? Just thumbs up. It was just a thumbs up while I was gone. Expecting to come back to a bunch of comments that I hadn't read yet. I didn't miss much, apparently, according to Adam. Well, you guys missed getting to see me do some chores. And also, you missed me going upstairs and filling up my water bottle with some fresh, cold, refreshing water. Would have thought Stevo would have worn a banana suit for Halloween and gone as a bad moon boy. why didn't you do that? Why didn't you do that for a costume, Stevo? Dressed as a banana boy. Banana plus Stevo. He only wears the banana suit for special occasions. Like for his OnlyFans page, Tom? Anyways, what was I trying to paint on the Squighog boy? Everyone's just gonna immediately fire off, he's forgotten what he's painting already, or just some other random crap in the comments. Mostly took the moment to grab some lunch and give my squig hounds a treat. I mean, hey, look, after that video of Stevo and Dread getting lost in the car and talking random crap about all 6 of them coming together. I don't know if it is so much of a secret. We just have my dog. We just have my dog a tiny bit of ice cream. I don't know if that means if you just have your dog and you have a tiny bit of ice cream, or if you just gave your dog a tiny bit of ice cream. I'm assuming as you just gave your dog a tiny bit of ice cream. Yeah, it was gay. Yeah, he gave Karma some ice cream. Hopefully, it wasn't covered in chocolate, because chocolate's not good for dogs. My dog was called a wolf. Was called a wolf in the pub today. He was looking a bit feral, to be honest. My girls enjoy sharing some pizza. I mean, who doesn't love sharing some pizza? Like, pizza is one of the most delicious foods in the world. You know, it's just like Stevo, where he says that pineapple pizza is the best pizza. I personally won't mind pineapple on my pizza, but from all the pineapple that I have had on a pizza, it's kind of terrible to say the least. Because I think what makes pineapple good on pizza is if the pineapple is fresh and not so much like out of those little fruit cups that they sometimes serve to kids at school. Because that's what the pineapple on the pizza tastes like. It doesn't taste like it was just freshly cut and baked on the pizza. It tastes very like bland, squishy, and I don't know. It just doesn't taste right, because I feel like it's because like the heat of the oven kind of drained all the juices out of the pineapple, and it kind of seeped into the pizza. And there's something just about that very weird taste of sweetness with grease and or like sweetness and greasiness that kind of made it feel off. I would still eat it, but it just didn't feel like right to have on the pizza. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Adam. It has to be fresh and still a little bit firm. I mean, I think one of the best like treats I've ever eaten at a restaurant was grilled pineapple. Because if you go to a Brazilian steakhouse, which is like one of the best places to go in terms of food ever, if you go to a Brazilian steakhouse, they will bring out a stick full of grilled pineapple, and it tastes amazing. Like there's this one part of there's just one Brazilian steakhouse I went to where they grilled some pineapple and they sprinkled it. Before they put it in the grill, they sprinkled it and like just caked it in cinnamon, and like when like came out all cooked, the cinnamon had also like been cooked into the pineapple, and it made it taste just like very delicious. Who said it had to be in Brazil? Brazil sci-fi. Come on, do you really think Brazilian steakhouses are exclusive just to Brazil? Look, it's not called a Brazilian steakhouse because it's located in Brazil. It's called a Brazilian steakhouse because the clue is not in the name. It's called a Brazilian steakhouse because it serves Brazilian style meat. I'm assuming based on that notion, you guys don't actually have Brazilian steakhouses over in the UK. Most steakhouses I've seen are branded as Texan. I think those are called roadhouses, not steakhouses. But they have a lot of curry shops. I don't know what that's a reference to, Adam, or what that was supposed to mean. I thought a Brazilian steakhouse was waxed until it was totally hairless. I don't get it, Tom. If that's an old man joke, or like a joke for more like people who understand better comedy, or like it was a joke from your time, I don't understand it. It's wasted on me. In the UK, Indian food, like India, like from India or like Native American kind of food. They wax the cow first. I thought they milked the cow and then they waxed it. Because you gotta get all that precious and very healthy milk out of the cow's udders before you can start killing the cow and chopping it up for meat. India, lots of curries. I've heard rumors of this mythical curry. It's popular in India. Mom used to make some of the best curry, still does. Yep, curries are delicious Indian food. Yes, they are. Mom makes amazing curry. It's delicious curry. But I think my painting mojo is kind of slowed to a crawl now. I'm probably going to end the stream here real soon. Got good curries from most of Southeast Asia. Yeah, well, I might end the stream here real soon. There probably won't be a stream next Saturday because my dad's coming over. Tune 1, the 40. Tune 1, the the footy woohoo. I might pop on the Discord after the stream if people want to chat. Well, I'll probably go to the Discord myself as well, Tom, because it is kind of not really fun painting this squig hog right now. Yeah, but yeah, I'm probably gonna call the stream here, unless Sci-Fi can explain to me what it is he just posted with the Tune 1, the foodie woohoo. I don't really know what that means, if it's supposed to mean anything. But I'll call the stream here, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it, despite it being I'm waiting for October's voting. My local football team just won the football match. Okay. Well, it said tune, so I couldn't tell if you were meaning football team. I'll come in Discord in a few minutes. Yes, people, if you want to continue chatting, go over to the Discord. I'll judge October chatting to you guys. Yeah. Well, I'm going to call a stream here now, guys. So, see you all later. There probably won't be a stream next Saturday, because family stuff is going to be happening next weekend. So, and with all that, I'll see you later, you gits.